Welcome back to the Los Alamitos preview show. Once again, we have a major Grade 1 quarter horse race this coming Sunday, the Los Alamitos Super Derby for 3-year-olds going the distance of 400 yards. And a gentleman who trained the winner of the 1982 Champion of Champions, Mike Robbins, who had Sergeant Pepper feature, beating My Star Time back in that race, will have 3 of the contenders in the Los Alamitos Super Derby. Orlando Gutierrez caught up with Mike earlier this week.
Well, Sunday night is the running of the Los Alamitos Super Derby, a race with a berth to the Champion of Champions on the line. And a trainer that's joining me today last ran in the Champion of Champions back in 1991. He actually won the race with Special Leader. And now you have 3 horses looking for a chance to get you back into the Champion of Champions. Let's start with the horse that won a trial to the Super Derby, Big Lou. Horse that's done well here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. Tell us a little bit about this great horse.
He seems to like it here real well. I haven't haven't had that much to do with these horses other than when I came 45 days or so ago. Scott Guy's been here and done a really good job with them. And we have a great crew together with Reliance Ranch. Even Cody Knoll is back at the ranch. And as I said, we have Scott here and our crew here, and everybody's doing a really good job. And Big Lou seems to, I think he'll run a lot bigger race back in the finals. Hadn't had it out in like 58 days. And we had changed some shoeing with him, had some shoeing issues with him, and we changed that and really needed to work away from the gate, but I was afraid he'd tear his shoe off, so we just left him alone, and he got along really well, and I think he'll really break better this time and run a big race.
And Flash and Bling, another horse that actually did really well last year here at Los Alamitos, won some trials to some big races, has the 3rd fastest time overall, a very outstanding horse in Flash and Bling.
Yeah, he's doing really, really good. That horse has picked up quite a lot of weight and just really blossoming and doing good, and he's really been training well. And he's another one that hadn't had an out, and he had an out in the consolation of the All-American Derby. Didn't get away very good and run back, but he's been doing super here.
And another horse, Riptide, horse that we've seen here at Los Alamitos as well, and a horse with a big chance to get into the winner's circle.
Yeah, the same issues with Riptide as with Big Lou. He hadn't had an out in 58 days, I believe it was like that, nearly 60 days. And probably needed to jump away from the gate, but again, we chose not to, and was a little tardy leaving there, but really ran a big race on the end of it, and looking for big things out of all 3 horses.
Now, you won the Champion of Champions a couple of times, Sergeant Pepper feature. We mentioned Special Leader. This time of the year, what are you looking for a horse that you are hoping to get into the Champion of Champions and maybe strike it rich there? What are you looking for in their development this time of the season?
Well, one that can go a quarter mile, obviously, and all 3 of these horses have no problem with the distance, and they're fresh. There's a lot of horses that have had quite a few outs. These horses are fairly fresh, and they're really training good. And I won it in 84 with Dash's Dream also. There's
3 times in the Champion of Champions winner circle. You got 3 horses here going for this big race. Any other horses that you think will be tough to beat in the Super Derby?
Well, obviously, it's a good field of horses. The horse of Jaime Gomez is Doc's best card. He's always consistent, always runs a big race, and I'm sure he'll be right there. And I'm a Fearless Heroes, made nearly $1 million, so you can't count him out. And it's just a good field of horses.
Now, give us a little update on yourself personally. You're wearing the Lazy E Ranch jacket. You train these horses for Reliance Ranches, super connected with Lazy E Ranch. Can you give us a little update on your career at this time of the year?
Sure. I took over their horses and started working for them in September the 1st. And we're going to take a few outside horses, pick our people and pick the horses, and we're going to have about 35 head, I believe, for them in training. McKinney family is just a great group of people, and the whole family, and we've got a really good crew put together.
Thank you so much, Mike. An outstanding race coming up on Sunday night. The Los Alamitos Super Derby, and Mike Robbins, 3-time winner of the Champion of Champions, with 3 solid horses going in this big race. Back to the studio.
Well, thanks, Orlando. And you and I have been at Los Alamitos a long, long time, Les. I think me a little bit longer than you.
Yes.
Do you remember Sergeant Pepper feature by
Oh,
any chance?
yes, way back then. I was there. I was at Los Alamitos watching Sergeant Pepper feature.
You weren't in grammar school then?
No, I was here.
Oh, okay, you were here. That's good.
I live here.
Well, that's been 35 years ago.
Seriously, I did see Sergeant Pepper feature live.
And you were old enough to bet then?
Oh, yes.
Legally?
I may have jumped the fence a few times.
Well, I'm sure you jumped the fence a few times, but again, we wish Mike Robbins the best of luck this coming Sunday. And Les likes one of those horses you talked about earlier in Flash and Bling. But let's get back to the